Hello, everybody. We're just gonna give it another minute here before we get started to let everybody join the webinar here. Let's give it another 30 seconds, then we'll get going. All right, well, let's get started. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us at this July Doorify MLS Town Hall. I'm Ellen Nielsen. I'm the VP of MLS Systems here with Doorify, and we have a good program for you today. So we have half an hour, so we're going to speed things up a little bit so we make sure we cover everything. Could you go to the next one, Hillary? Great. So first, a few reminders of some of the things we have added to the dashboard already this year. Hopefully, these are all familiar to you. SendList we added early in the year. SendList is a very modern mobile-first listing search platform that has some really strong collaboration features. It's what we call a freemium service. So there is a starter option that you should take a look at. And if you want to take advantage of more functionality, you have the option to upgrade. An interesting thing about SendList is that they are actually the fastest when it comes to listing notifications. So if that's important to you, just another reason to try it out. Another product we added is CMA Snap. CMA Snap is a very robust, easy to use CMA application that we added. That is a premium service, but there's a 30-day trial available. So again, head to our dashboard and get that started if you haven't done that already. Also, we have 2 new reports available. We have a production report. So if you want to see your production or verify your production, you can do that there. Whether you're on the listing side or the selling side, all your transactions will show up there, both in terms of quantity, but also in volume. So check that out. Finally, for listing agents, we have a listing health report available to you now. Primarily, that will show you the engagement that you have had on your listings. Right now, it will display how many hits your listing have had on Zillow, and also client and agent hits from Paragon. We plan to expand that further as the year goes on here. Before we get into Rental Beast and Ocusell, I just want to also bring up that later this year, we will start communicating about NAR's multiple listing options for seller policy. Some of you have asked us when we're going to start communicating about it. We will start that in August. The deadline for introducing or implementing this new policy is September 30th. So you will hear way more about it well in advance of that. Forgot a housekeeping thing. If you have any questions during the town hall here, please add it in the Q&A section there. We will answer them during the webinar. Some of them in the chat, others we will bring up live here. And if there are any of the questions we don't get to during this, we will follow up after the webinar with an answer for you. But let's get to it. Let me introduce Sam Palarski. She is our product owner on the team, and she is the one that have made sure that we are bringing these products to the dashboard. So Sam, take it over.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Samantha Pulowski, a product owner with Doorify MLS, and I'm excited to introduce Kimberly Wilson with Rental Beast. We've been working really closely with Rental Beast to improve and enhance the rental experience in the MLS, which does include the addition of a couple new fields that will support online rental applications. These fields will go live in listing input tomorrow, July 9th. We're also working towards introducing or reintroducing Rental Beast Ad Edit for subscribers who want to utilize their streamlined rental listing input workflow. And so without further ado, welcome Kimberly.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. I really do appreciate the opportunity to really talk about Rental Beast and, like you said, exactly how we can help to improve and enhance real estate professionals' rental side of their business. If you would like to go ahead and go to the next slide, please. Okay, so just a little bit about Rental Beast here. Very, very high level overview. And then I'm actually just going to touch briefly on some of the tools that you have included with your MLS membership. So no additional cost whatsoever, just simply improving your business. And then I'll touch briefly on the pro portion, which is the premium service, which is really for those that want to elevate their rental side of your path. So Rental Beast as a whole, we are the only fully integrated rental software platform. We are designed truly to optimize every step. So from lead all the way to lease, we want to make it so you have one cohesive spot to do everything within Rental Beast within your MLS. Now, some of the things that come with Rental Beast are ways to streamline the system, but we also have the largest and most comprehensive database of the owner source listings that typically aren't found on the MLS. So there's lots of advantages here. Just to support that and show you ways and locations that you've probably seen us, is that we are the exclusive provider of rental related services for the National Association of Realtors. And overall, we have worked with over 800,000 different real estate professionals and MLS members. So we have really taken the time and the effort to really be in the market everywhere that we can be so we can provide you the best service and knowledge to help you grow. If you would skip to the next slide, please. So I just wanted to put this in here. If you haven't found Rental Beast already within your MLS, there's two easy ways that you can access us. So the first one is under the MLS search, there's the Rental Beast tab. And the second option is under the menu towards the right-hand side, you will find the Rental Beast selection options there. So very easy to access. And once you are in there, you will be able to see both the MLS features of Rental Beast and the Rental Beast Pro upgrade option. Next slide, please. Okay, so I wanted to clarify something just early on. When you are in Rental Beast within the MLS, as I mentioned, you do have some features that are included, so no additional cost at all to you. Some of those features are going to be your core rental functions, previews of the for rent by owner listings, your base syndications for your listings, a tenant screening tool, which I will detail here momentarily, and some ways to generate leads on your listings. There will be points that you may be trying to access the full property details of some of the owner listings, and those are areas that you would want to have the Pro upgrade. Again, the premium tool section is under the Pro. Just a high level overview, that is going to be where you have full access to the owner listings that we have in our database, the premium syndications for your listings, so maximizing visibility, and the ability to accept renter leads from Rental Beast and generate additional renter leads even when you do not have your own listings available on the MLS. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide here. And we're just going to dive right into the tenant screening tool. So as mentioned, this is something that is being released very shortly in the next day. We will have a webinar on this as well that I will give you the QR code to here shortly. Now, we are releasing and announcing our tenant screening tool called Apply Now. Again, no additional charge to any MLS members to use this tool. Each applicant will pay a $39 fee, and that will run the criminal the credit, and the eviction as a soft pull through TransUnion. Now, some things that I want to point out about this tool is that this will automatically be attached to your listings on the MLS. And when it runs these reports, it is distributing them to both the applicant and yourself, as well as the decision maker. So everyone is kept in the loop at the same time with the same information. There are no extra steps that you have to do to utilize this, but it's going to give you everything that you need, and it's secure and completely FCRA compliant. So again, it's easy, it's effective, it's streamlined, and it gets you everything that you need to get that service completed. Next slide, please. Just to recap, with that tenant screening tool, there are no extra steps. So this will be something that is enabled automatically on your listings when you post them on the MLS. Those reports are auto-generated, and when they are complete, they are sent over to everyone involved in this transaction. So just to reiterate, there are no giant extra steps. This is nothing that you have to invest a lot of time into. It's simply streamlining your workload even further and making it more effective. Now, as we go into the next slide here, I really want to touch more on the market and how Rental Beast Pro will help you. So let's go ahead and go to that next slide. Thank you. Okay, so talking about the market, I think that we can all agree that right now, there's just not a lot of home buyers that are out there currently. Kind of push come to shove here, but they're kind of struggling for a variety of reasons. And what that's doing is it's allowing you an opportunity to shift your focus and start embracing the top of the funnel and working with more renters. Now, keep in mind too, that since there's not a lot of home buyers and there is this surge of renters, this is the primary way for you to build your pipeline right now, so that in the future, when those renters do convert to home buyers, you have already secured their trust and you have that relationship intact. So as we go into this next slide here, I just want to talk about a few of the factors that are impacting potential home buyers right now. Some of these, I think, kind of come top of mind when we think about the market. Some of these, I think we forget the impact that it actually has. And so I just like to put them here so we really have kind of a true understanding of what's happening. So when you look at people that are hoping to buy right now, several factors are kind of stalling them. We know that home rates right now, as far as mortgage rates, are definitely intimidating for home buyers, especially first-time home buyers. They are looking at these interest rates and they're really concerned if this is something that they should take on. That's forcing them to continue to rent for the time being. On top of that, you have limited inventory. You have homes that are still priced on the higher side. And then you have people that still have some economic or some job uncertainty. So when you bring all these things together, it's really putting a resistance on home buyers, and it's growing that renter market. And so this is just opening up that opportunity for you to truly expand your client relationships by working with the renters, because they are the mass majority right now. Go ahead into the next slide, please. Okay, so brief overview of Rental Beast Pro. Breaking this basically down into 3 highlight sections for you real quick here. When you have renters and you are searching for properties for them, Rental Beast Pro allows you to expand your rental search to include as many properties as we can get in front of you. For example, if you have just access to the MLS listings, you have roughly 1,700 rental listings available to you that you can share with your client. However, when you upgrade to Rental Beast Pro, you gain access to approximately 15,000 more listings that you would have access to. Keep in mind, these listings will have all the property details, the contact information, everything that you need. So not only are you providing a higher level of service to your clients, but you're actually showing them more properties to close those transactions faster. Now, you are talking to the owners here. You'll have those relationships with them. And so it's also a way for you to expand your business in multiple ways. Keep in mind too, that when you do have pro, these can be used in your CMAs. So as you represent listings, your CMA becomes more accurate and reliable because you are including more properties to give that accurate data that your owners seek. Next slide, please. Wonderful. So speaking in regards of listings, we also want to enhance your listing visibility. So with Rental Beast Pro, your listings automatically post to these additional syndication sites. So this is the easiest way to gain the highest visibility. You do not have to re-enter any information, but rather when you post it on the MLS, these are defaulted to on with Rental Beast Pro. So you can instantly boost your listing visibility and connect with more clients. And keep in mind too, that any overflow of clients, you have the extra listings from the previous slide. So now you can help them no matter where they're at in their journey. Next slide, please. And then something that I truly love that is extremely beneficial with Rental Beast Pro is that you will have a personalized web page that looks just like this, but personalized with your headshot and your contact information that allows you to share the Rental Beast listings, but on your branded web page. So you can post this on social media, you can put it in your About Me section. And what this does is that anytime a potential renter searches a rental listing, requests a showing on a property, but it's off your web page, they are a renter lead specifically for you. On top of that, we also assist with lead generation when you have Pro. So there's multiple ways that you can grow your business simply by having the upgrade to Rental Beast Pro. Next slide, please. Okay, so kind of recapping all of that, which I know was a lot of information, but I'm always excited to share the ways that this easy to use tool can grow your business very, very quickly. When looking at Rental Beast, and if you have more information, you can either go in directly into Rental Beast through your MLS. You can schedule a call with me directly, and then we can talk about what it would do for your personal business and kind of where it fits in with your plan. But those are two ways to learn more about Rental Beast Pro. In regards to the Apply Now or the tenant screening tool that we are super excited to be launching here, we will have a webinar tomorrow, which is the 9th. There is a QR code right in the center of the screen. So if you have not registered for it, I would love for you to join. And we will actually be going over all the details of how to use it, how efficient it will be for you, and all the different benefits that it'll bring for your business. So with that being said, that was a very high level overview of Rental Beast Pro, but I did want to share some of the biggest pieces that I think would impact your businesses starting today.
Thanks, Kimberly. That was great. And for everyone who has already or has not, please go ahead and check out Rental Beast. It's available on your Doorify dashboard currently. And we'll go ahead and jump into the next update. So the next update is on listing input improvements. We can go to the next slide. Perfect. We are super excited to share some listing input improvements in the Doorify listing input. These changes and improvements were driven directly by the results of some subscriber surveys a lot of you participated in earlier this year. So thank you for everyone who participated. And if you did not get an opportunity, don't worry. We'll be definitely having more of those coming soon. So as of today, July 8th, you will see a couple of new required fields in each property class when entering or editing listings. This does not include when you're updating the status. So if you are editing, truly updating a listing, you will have to fill in these new required fields. Also on July 22nd, we're also introducing a small handful of additional new fields, which will help further enhance the listing input process and the overall data that we offer through the MLS. These updates can be found by scanning the QR code on the screen, and it gives an overview of the new fields and new required fields broken down by property class. Again, these updates are a direct result of your feedback. And so we truly appreciate all the participation in shaping all of these changes. And we can go to the next slide. And so without further ado, I'm happy to introduce Will with Ocusell. We have partnered with Ocusell to bring AI-powered tools to Doorify and to simplify the listing input process. Ocusell will help us eliminate some frustration of duplicate listing input, especially for subscribers who are members of other MLSs that utilize Ocusell as well. And this is especially good news. Our neighbors at Hive MLS are also working to bring Ocusell to their subscribers. So not to steal your thunder, Will, but this is a super new, exciting tool and feature that's coming to Doorify later this summer to early fall.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you stole all the thunder, so I don't have anything else to say. No, I'm kidding. I should have wore those sunglasses. Felt like it's kind of a letdown. It's like, here's a cool picture, then, well, here's a regular old dummy. All right, let's get into it. Hello, everybody. I hope y'all can hear me okay. Awesome. Yes, Ocusell List is our product that will soon be live in the Doorify market. It is a full new ad edit that plugs directly into the vendor system. It does a lot of cool things. Some of the highlights here. One, it allows you to post to multiple MLSs at once, like Sam said. So having to go into this system and post your listing, and this system and post your listing, and copy the same stuff from a Word document to both listings so it's consistent. You won't have to do that anymore. You can enter your listing into one place. You can have it run through each MLS's rules right here and see all the validation stuff in one place. It's pretty cool. Next slide, if you would. I feel like a Teddy Ruxpin saying that. All right. Some big highlights here for Ocusell List. You will save time. When you fill out one form instead of 2, 3 for Hive and other MLSs along with Doorify, it's time consuming. It's a pain. You're not going to have to do that anymore. You're going to have it all in one place. And when we say compliant, how does that work? We partnered with Doorify to get all of their business rules, all those things that are important, their compliance, and we put them in our rules engine. We partner with other MLSs and we put their rules in our rules engine. So the way you're able to write a listing once and it go to multiple places and make sure that it's compliant at all those places is we have the rules in our system. And we catch things before they go out the door. So that's a big offer with our product. And then the other thing we do is we enhance our listings. I mean, we've got a number of cool AI tools that help write your public remarks, help automatically rearrange your photos, especially for residential listings that you want to have a great walkthrough of, something that seems very normal, but you didn't get your photos in the right order. We've got AI to help you with that too. So we're really trying to take all the unfun parts of posting a listing and the things that make it get you in trouble, compliance issues, and automate all of that. So you can do the easy stuff, the fun stuff, and the rest of it's just handled and you don't have to worry about it. That's the premise of Ocusell List. Let's go to the next slide. All right. So like I told you, we're trying to automate some of that stuff. Here's how we do it. First of all, we have confetti. You see there on the little image on the right. Every app that's awesome uses confetti. That's why we're awesome. So what's some other stuff we do? We autofill data from over 60 sources. And what does that mean? It means when you go to create a listing in our system, you can pick all the MLSs you want to send it to. We immediately go off to all those data sources, look at tax records and everything else, and try to populate as much of that form as we possibly can. And we highlight what we populate so you can go in and review, right? You don't want a robot to fill something out and you not get to review it. You can look at it if you want, or you can trust it and move on. Like I said, we use AI to augment the listing process. Everybody thinks, well, AI, it does my listing for me. Kind of. I hesitate to say that because sometimes it feels like a loss of control, like something's going to happen and you don't get to review it. Not at all. AI augments it, makes things easier, but you get to check everything. You get to see your photos rearranged. You get to see the public remarks written for you if you want, and then change them however you want. Our system also has bidirectional sync because sometimes, unfortunately, a listing may be created in Ocusell and then edited in another ad edit system, whether it's the base vendor system or something else. That's okay. I mean, I hate it and it hurts my heart, but that's okay. because our system listens for changes like that. So if you create a listing in Ocusell and somebody else goes in, like your office admin, and changes the price in another system, we ingest that. Within every 10 to 30 minutes, we're searching all the listings that originate from us and making sure there's no updates there. And if there are, we pull them in and we let you know. And then the last thing I want to cover here is our integrations. Y'all, we are quickly trying to close the integration gap and partner with all of these awesome companies, maybe like Rental Beast. Hi, Kimberly. And try to get that into the product. So we are working with Respi and a few others right now. So all those things you know and love in your system that you use now, they're going to be available in Ocusell. Next slide. Okay, last thing. The version of List you're getting through Doorify is amazing. High five. We all love it. There's an upgraded version for brokerages. And when I say for brokerages, I mean that your broker admins and office admins can join the system. It means that there's a lot of listing controls, like, hey, this agent may want to submit a listing, but an office admin may want to check it first before it goes out. That's available in the brokerage upgrade. We have stuff like co-branding that you're able to put in there, or branding, and really make Ocusell List look like your system. We have a lot of other smaller features like the ability to clone and import listings that's kind of automated in the brokerage upgraded version. And y'all, there's a lot we're putting into that brokerage upgrade version in the remainder of this year. One thing I'm working on right now is a module that we're kind of calling Validate. I shouldn't tell you that because that name's not final. It doesn't sound cool. Just consider that a placeholder. But what we're trying to do there is build in photo compliance and make sure that if there's any photos that have things in them that would get you in trouble, like pictures, or if there's any brokerage rules you have about photo quality, like, hey, don't show any trash in photos. We're programming our AI, training it to look for those things so you can be warned when you see them. That's just a taste of some of the stuff we're continually building into the List Plus and the brokerage upgraded module to make listings even more awesome and fast. All right, Sam, that's all I got. That was, boy, I felt like that was just rapid fire.
I think it's an
Back to you.
accurate description of what it would be like to enter a listing through Ocusell. Rapid.
There you go. There you go.
With next, I believe, is the Q&A. So thank you again, Will and Kimberly, and we'll open the floor up to some questions. Let's see here. Is there a list of North Carolina MLSs that Ocusell is a part of? So I can speak to our current knowledge. So Doorify is one, and to our knowledge, Hive is the only MLS confirmed in North Carolina that's going to work with Ocusell.
Yeah, that's right. Confirmed is in going live within the next 2 months. We are in talks with the majority of the other MLSs in North Carolina. That's all I can say without me getting silenced. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. If I could wink when I answer that question, I think it gives you the real answer. There you go.
Are there any MLSs in Virginia that partner with Ocusell currently?
Ooh. Not yet, but we are also in talks with some MLSs in Virginia. Yes, we are. We are, absolutely.
Excellent.
Sam, do you want to address some of the ones that you answered online?
Absolutely. So there was a question that also came out earlier talking about Ocusell, and it was assuming that all of the MLSs that we want to enter our listings into would have to be a partner of Ocusell. And that is correct. They would need to partner with Ocusell in order to take advantage of this awesome feature. So that is one of the requirements. Will, did you want to add anything to that? Nope. All right. And we also got a question from Mickey on, can you opt out of the application links on listings? This is referring to the online rental application links that we will be launching tomorrow in listing input. Yes, the answer is that these fields will be optional to use in listing input, so you can choose to use it if you would like. If you do not currently use an online application product, whether it be Rental Beast or other, you do not have to use this option.
I think we can add, Sam, that the Rental Beast option will be the default in listing input. So if you have a different one you're using, please be aware that you will need to change it upon listing input. All right. Well, that takes us 1 minute over, so let's end it here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you have any questions about these or other things, please contact our support at support@doorifymls.com. On this final slide, please take a minute to take a picture of these QR codes to check out our Instagram and our podcasts. We keep updating those both of these with new content. Kimberly and Will, thank you so much for joining us today. And Sam, thank you for taking us through this. Great job. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.